Okay, let's get going. Welcome to call, guys.
Hey, guys. We're freaking pumped to be leading this call.
We are, and I'm just bringing up the few things we're going to be going over tonight. So, who got involved on the Blitz Day today? Can I get a raise of hands? Yes. Nicole, a 6-hour drive, kind of. I talked to Isaac. Awesome. Good work, guys, for you guys who got involved today.
Nice to see you, Joey.
Smashed it up. Good to see you, man. And, so we really got involved. What was that, Josh?
Joey's looking dashing. Look at him.
Yeah, I know. He looks like he's just come back from a posh dinner.
Joey's always off somewhere on Sunday nights, I'm sure.
Yeah, we know your game, Joey.
It's a long weekend here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
chestnut.
yeah, so he's off tonight. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's connecting, right? Networking. Yeah.
Exactly.
Networking.
That's the only reason I go out.
Professional network marketer, legend, bro. Okay, well, let's get straight into it. I want to go over a few things. I just wanted to start off with the importance of Blitz Days as well and bringing some structure to them for the future ones we've got happening. If you haven't yet, make sure you go either onto Corin's post she put up today or onto the pinned post, which I've edited. It has all the important dates to be scheduled into your diary. So all your Blitz Days and the Sunday night team calls and the Monday night team calls as well. Our IsaDerby team calls Sunday night and then the Monday night full team calls. Mm-hmm. So make sure you put those all into your diaries and schedule those in.
Are you going to be talking about that podcast?
Which one?
The one about Blitz Days?
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
And we also, for the future, I've got my structure here, Rachel.
Yeah, I never have any structure, ever. So that's why I have Isaac.
Yeah. Team. Work as a team. Strengths. So the Blitz Days, we want to keep them to like having a minimum of showing up either on the Zoom call or being present in Auckland if you're here for 3 hours minimum. So I think that's a reasonable time to really smash out a good chunk of work. And if you can stay for the full 5 hours it is, which is in the future, it's going to be 10 a.m. New Zealand time to 3 p.m. New Zealand time. So it's going to be a full 5 hours, and we are wanting everyone to show up for bare minimum 3 hours during that period, preferably bare minimum 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And between 10 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. will be 15 minutes of making sure everyone's set up with what they need. They know what they're going to be working on today. They've got goals. They've got actions they're taking. Everyone's holding each other to account. And then 10:15 is when we just smash it off and we just blitz it out. So that's going to be how every Blitz Day is going to be from now on, time frame wise, scheduling wise. We just noticed as leaders when we chatted today, what was missing was just making sure everyone was aware of the times, the dates. We hadn't scheduled it all in, so now it is, and you guys should be taken care of. So we have there's a text message Blitz Day podcast that I'm going to send, and I'm going to actually put up on the IsaDerby winners page. And it's about 27 minutes between now and next Sunday, this Sunday coming up. I want you all to just listen to that podcast, because that Blitz Day, text message Blitz Day, is actually the kind of blitz we're going to be doing next Sunday. And it's
27 minutes of gold.
Yeah, it's legendary. Well, one thing I can tell you is that you'll need to come to the next Blitz Day with at least 100 contacts on your phone to text. And if you don't have 100 contacts on your phone to text, get as many mobile numbers of people you've got on Facebook as you can. However you want to creatively do that, get in touch with people on Facebook, ask for their mobile numbers that
hey,
you
Rochelle.
want to chat with them at some point. Hey, Rochelle. And yeah, so just get as many numbers as you can together into a contact list of 100 people to bring with you on Sunday, because we're going to be texting the heck out of all those people. And it's going to be real simple stuff. So it's going to be nothing complicated about the Blitz Day. It's just going to be an opportunity to just get in touch and connect with and expose as many people as possible to this opportunity. And
people got some crazy results of those Blitz Days. Just like literally took their businesses from like 5-star to 8-star.
Yeah, one woman maxed her business out. The woman Carrie talks on that podcast, she went from 5-star to 8-star, maxed out her business, went platinum circle. So that she freaking ripped it up. But one other woman, her team, the same 2-star. doing those, using those blitz days. So, and she's just swears by them. So we're going to give it a go and have some fun.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
And I want to go into now. I've got, is Cez on the call as well, Josh?
There's Kaz going on another call. What was she going to do? I can probably share it over.
Yeah, because remember how we talked about I was going to get Rach and Cez to talk about getting people off the fence and getting them started. So you and Rach can speak to it. So guys, what I've heard from some people on the team is that some of you got a lot of people who are really keen, who have expressed like they're interested, they want to know more, and you've exposed them to different things. And they might have been to a launch party, maybe they already had a 3-way call or 2 or 3, but they're still not choosing. They're still not going, okay, let's do this. So I just wanted Josh and Rach to speak to them. They've been getting people off the fence and getting them started to give you guys a bit of a place to come from when you're talking to people around that. So Josh, do you want to kick it off, man?
Okay, cool. No worries. Hey guys, can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So yeah, this is an area that I was really stopped. I have, through quite a lot of self-development, like identified that I am quite nice and that I don't really like to get up in people's faces and be straight with them about what they need or what they maybe have committed to. So I think it always comes back to your why has them by, like their why will be the reason that they get involved. But just being able to be like a real stand for people when they say that they want something for their health, actually, you know, reiterating that back to them. So I'm just going to give you an example. This week I've been following a girl up for about 8 months, and she messaged me and she was like, I've just got $140. I just want to buy some shakes. And I was like, okay, we need to jump on the phone. So I called her and I said, look, it's not going to be of any benefit to your health and to my time, me selling you shakes. You're not going to get the results that you want. You've told me that you've got no energy. You're sick all the time. You want to lose 10 kilos. You're not going to do that off the shakes. It's just a waste of your time. So I said to her, I've got a question for you. If there was a car outside with $700 on it, so what's your favorite car? Like a Lamborghini. How quickly would you find that money? And she didn't even have a chance to answer. I was like, that's how quick you find it, like this quick. I said, but you can't replace your body and you can replace a Lamborghini. So are you going to make this change in your health, or are you just going to carry on the way you're going? Because we've been talking to you about this for 8 months and you've still not made that change. And she was like, yeah, I really understand. And I was like, I just said to her, look, this comes from a place of love. Like, I don't want you to go to work feeling, you know, like you've got no energy and that you want to come home and sleep at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You're 25 years old. I don't want that for you. I want you to have amazing health. And that's what I'm committed to you and to, you know, to people. So we just may as well just stop messing around and just let me know what date works for you to get started. So she gave me a date, and then she messaged me the next day and was like, hey babe, I just want to get started today. I've borrowed the money off my friend. So I was like, okay, cool, let's get you started. So she started this week. And for me, like, there was definitely like an apprehension about having that real straight conversation with her, but it was what she needed. And so that's what I think for a lot of us we can be doing, is just saying to people, and providing it comes from a place of love and contribution. It's not just a number. It's not just points for IsaDerby. Those people will start because they trust you and they love you and they love what you've done. And yeah, that's pretty much all it was. It was just being real straight with her and just reiterating the goals that she told me she had back to her and asking them if she was serious about achieving them. So that's it from me.
So yeah, the from a duplication perspective, probably what you guys want to take from this too is using Jackson Parr's 7 questions to your why, the cake recipe for your why. So if any of you don't know what that is, I think, Josh, did we post up on the page a little while back? We can bring it up to the top.
No, I don't think so, but I can post it.
Yeah, Josh. So Josh will post your cake recipe to the why. Those are really simple questions to ask your people. And look, even if you've asked them before, and you just want to remind them of your why, go back and refer to it again and just go through their why. And once people get excited about their why and that they connect the opportunity of Isagenix to their why, that's when the penny drops, and that's when you can pretty much be straight up and just boldly ask, okay, let's just get you started then. What are you waiting for? So yeah.
All comes back to their why.
Yeah, I know some of you have said to me that you're kind of worried about pressuring them. You don't want to push too much and stuff, and I can understand that. But trust me, you will not be pushing or pressuring them when you're talking about and standing for them and their why being fulfilled through Isagenix and using these products.
If you're thinking about the double PIB and the points for IsaDerby, it will come across as pressure. But if you're thinking about the difference that you're going to make to their lives when you go into the conversation, it will come across as the difference that you want to make to them.
Yeah, so let go of the attachment to the points. Like, we've been going on about making sure you've got your points up, your numbers, and knowing your numbers. Once you've got your numbers up and you know your points, all that is a guide. It's just a guide. It's just a roadmap so you know and can track where you're heading to. That's all this is. It's not something to get, bent all in and out about. It's just so you know this is where I'm aiming for. That's my goal. Okay, now let's get to work and see how many people can I help today? Who are they? Where are they? Let's go find them and help them change their lives.
And don't look sideways. If you're looking at other people's points, stop it. It's a waste of time for you. You're not going to get anywhere doing that. Just focus on you. You've got the points that you've got, and just keep moving forward to the next point, to the next point, to the next point. No one else's points.
The only reason you should ever, and this is what I think, the only reason you should ever look at anyone else's points is if you're going and looking at like Josh and says, and go, oh shit, 44 points, man. They're doing something right. I'm going to ask them what they're doing. That's the only other reason you should. Otherwise, any other reason was just like, it's just
disempowering.
Bullcrap, yeah.
I just have a question. Sorry to interrupt, guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just had a look at my points, and I got points for Hayden, my partner, signing up to Healthy Mind and Body with me, but he wasn't personally enrolled during the IsaDerby. So are we getting points for our existing team signing up to Healthy Mind and Body and the IsaBody Challenge?
Yes. Yeah, real good question. I didn't even know that either, because I got a point for you guys signing up, Rach and Isaac.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's even existing people. And I was surprised by that as well. So I saw it on the points. And so, yeah, anyone you've got existing, anyone, Josh, you are a little bit quiet, just so you know. Anyone existing, anyone new who signs up with you now or in the past or has in the past, and they get into Healthy Mind and Body or IsaBody Challenge, you get points for that. So
anyone.
You can get a lot of points.
Awesome. Yay!
Yeah.
That wasn't on the rules. I don't remember that being on the literature.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It said you're personally enrolled during the challenge, so that's why I was a bit surprised, but it's a good surprise, right?
Yeah, that's right. And it's funny you say that, because things like this can come up, and I think Isagenix and corporate, they make mistakes too. So, just keep an eye on your points and see what you're getting points for. And and I'm glad you shared that, Bianca. Thanks, because you'll be able to notice things like in your points. Go, oh, I didn't realize that, and I got a point for that. You'll be surprised at where points come from, and you're just like, oh, what the heck? And it can actually be a bit uplifting. You can share it with others too. So, cheers, Josh.
Yeah, I just want to jump in there. So, for those of you who think that, you've been on a 3-hour call and you're like, oh my gosh, how did they do that? Like, you're thinking, oh, I could never lead a 3-hour call like that. One thing that Isaac just touched on there is that we all do the same thing. We've all duplicated the same thing, and that's Jason Parr's cake recipe for the why. It's a list of 7 questions that get someone down to their why. And literally, you can have people enrolling on the spot, just straight away. They're so connected to their why. If you ask the questions the right way, they'll just enroll on the spot. There's a really great podcast about it too, so I'll post both of them in the page, because there's nothing special about them. We just read the questions and then hone in on a few things if they need to be honed in on. And secondly, don't look at other people's points as comparison, because comparison is the killer of all joy. It absolutely is the killer of all joy. Like, Cez and I might have, 46 points, but we've done 46 points worth of work, and we just concentrate on points, and then we get that point, we go to the next point. Like today, we got 3 points by getting, 2 Healthy Mind and Body enrollments and one IsaBody enrollment, right? 3. Then we got 4 points today, but it was just like, okay, we've done that point, go to the next one, and done that point, go to the next one. It's just one at a time. Everyone counts, and you got to celebrate every point. post it up on the page, like get excited about it, because it's going to be that one point that gets you over the line. And you just got to keep going step by step by step. Don't look at 80 points and go, I've only got 9 right now, and go, oh my gosh, I've only, so much work to do. Yeah, there's a bit of work to do, just by concentrating on point by point by point, step at a time, step.
Barley reception.
Yeah, Rach smashed it about getting people over the fence. Sometimes you just be, oh, is it my back?
Yeah, man. That's right.
We just heard step.
Yeah, step by step, happy days. And then Rach, you smashed it about getting people off the fence. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Wicked, man. Was there anything you were saying? So you've been listening to Cez's calls, Josh. What's Cez been saying that's like been really effective? I know she always just says she just keeps it real black and white, but just on the call, what are her calls? What does she actually say so that people can get a sense?
Yeah, well, Sarah, honestly, I'll say Sarah brings in like 70% of our business. Like, she's got such a massive network. Probably about 70%. And then, but she just says to people, look, you want this. You've told me like, say she wants to lose what someone wants to lose, right? She'll say, hey, look, you've told me you want to lose weight, you want to lose 10 kgs, feel better, you want to feel like a big example to your kids, it's going to give you the energy to just get you signed up.
Josh, you keep breaking up.
Okay, I'll change my internet.
It's just intermittent.
I'll change my internet, guys. I'll be back soon.
Sweet. Okay.
I'll give you a really good example on that. So I had a girlfriend reach out to me a few weeks ago, and do you guys mind if I butt in?
That's awesome, Michelle.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I literally just got this message as I was driving here. I had a girlfriend reach out a few weeks ago, and I added her to our group page, and I tagged her in the video. I'd invited her along to our Central Coast Wellness Wednesday equivalent on Thursday this week, and I hadn't heard back from her, so I'd followed up a few times. And anyway, she just wrote me a message saying that she had watched the video finally. And after listening to Eric Worre last week, who said, say the questions, if I do, will you? I think it's like that. So I said to her, if I add you to this page, will you watch the video? She said yes. So I added the video, and then he always says to ask, what did you like? And I think it's kind of assumptive thing to think that they will like something about it. But I wrote to her, what did you take from the video? Myself, I have been for a while, but I just don't know where to start, and I feel like this could really help. So I replied saying, of course, this will help 100%, and you'll be a part of our girl tribe. Daily interactions with us will definitely help you too. Look at my page, it's full of girl love. And she wrote, I know, I had a look earlier. I'm just worried about the cost. And I just replied saying, can you really put a cost on happiness? You're saying that you're unhappy with yourself and you can't quite work out what it is and how to fix it. But I said, would you be happy to spend $15 to $20 per day to feel happy in yourself again? So I guess she's just given me a really deep why straight away just from watching that video. And all it was me asking, what did you take from that video? And the video has nothing to do with how you feel about yourself. It talks about toxins and soil and cleansing. But it's just funny how that one question, which I was actually quite scared to ask, I asked, and it got her to open up. So now if cost is an issue, she's given such a strong why, anything would be worth spending to get you. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
100%.
so awesome, Rochelle.
That's such a good question, and there's no sort of right question. It's that was a perfect question, obviously for her, but you kind of know what question to ask when you're really listening to someone and you know their why. So that's what was key about what you said, Rochelle. And you guys who are on the call who are like kind of new and you don't really have the confidence to ask those sort of questions, that's exactly why we have 3-way calls with legend boss ladies like Rochelle.
Yeah. And that's exactly why, like, self-development, I just bang on about it all the time. I must be like a broken record, is so important. Investing in yourself, listening to Eric Worre, GoPro. Rochelle wouldn't have known to ask that had she not listened to that. So if you're sat in this call,
I got told to listen to GoPro about a year and a half ago, and I listened to it a week and a half ago.
Exactly. Yeah. And you rob yourself of having all those tools.
I've used so many.
Oh, we missed that, Rochelle. What was it?
I said I was told a year and a half ago to listen to Eric Worre GoPro, and I listened to it a week and a half ago.
Yeah, we got that. Did you say something else?
No, that's me.
Thank you. Thanks so much for sharing. Josh, but wanted to say something.
I think Josh is done.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you had something else, Josh.
Okay, back to my list of things.
Hey, can I add something?
Oh, of course.
You can.
Love it.
Hi guys. No one really knows me. Well, I feel like no one knows me, but I'm Alan anyway. Hey. I think can I make a suggestion that probably not so much tonight because I know you've got a list of stuff to do, but it'd be really cool, I reckon, if we really connected the two teams in terms of the people. Like I feel like you guys know each other pretty well, or there's a core of you guys that have been hanging for a while, but for me being a new guy, and if I want to practice what I preach, which is about connection, I think we need to start with our team. Like I'd love to know some of the strengths of our team members so I could look at three-way calls and just really connect with us. So anyway, that was my first thing that I'd love to be able to do with you guys, just share a little bit about me. I mean, next time we call or something, just so you know how I can help you with people and vice versa. But the reason why I was speaking was I just have a similar story to what we were talking about before in regards to being assertive with other people's health and making a stand for them, because for a lot of people, they haven't been making a stand for themselves and they don't put themselves first. They say they want it, but then they often need someone like us to come along and actually make that stand and be the rock for them. So my little story is I've got a friend, she's a musician, she's amazing. She goes global and she's got thousands of followers. And she's had a wee baby girl who's 2 now. And she goes, oh, I'm really healthy. All I want is your Onyx and nothing else. I said, yeah, no, I'll sort you out Onyx. I really think you need a lot more than that. Anyway, she tried it a few months ago and nothing's really happened. And I called her yesterday and I was really pretty assertive. I just said, look, I took you out to a play. It was an LTS centre. You had to leave at intermission because you felt really sick. I'm just calling you because I really want you to listen to me and I really want you to give this a go. And I was quite, I suppose, powerful with how I did it. And I said, yeah, I know, things are tough and you don't have much money, but I'm not going to let you put your health on hold. So that was the general line of my story. So anyway, she's signed up to a 30-day pack and she kept trying to make excuses. And I asked her to answer all the questions. She came back to me again and she was like, oh, God, it's just, you came around, you were so sure of yourself. I feel like it all happened so fast and I said yes to something. And so I said, no, it's all good. Just what other questions do you have? So anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to talk for so long, but I just want to reiterate what you guys have both said is sometimes that's the leaders that we show. We show leadership through making a stand for other people's health. We show them the way sometimes. Anyway, love you guys.
Oh, no, thanks, man. That's awesome. Everything you said. Cheers for that.
Can I make a suggestion? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's like 11 of us on the call. So rather than everyone going around, I have an assignment for us to do. So I think everyone should do a 30-second live video on our Facebook group, and you have to say your strengths and your weaknesses. So your strengths as to what you can give to somebody else, and your weaknesses as to what you might be able to take from somebody else.
I reckon perfect. I like it, and
that will give you confidence to do live videos, because honestly, social media is like that. So if you have the confidence to do live videos and photos and post daily, that's where your business is going to really fly. And Alan, just so you know, I've never met anyone on this call, and I met them 3 weeks ago. My upline is in America, and I have no teams. So these beautiful people took me under their wings. So we feel like we're all part of a family, but literally we just built this lovely connection through these Zoom calls on a Sunday for the last maybe 4 weeks, guys.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. So give us 4 weeks and you'll feel the love as well, I promise.
Yeah. One fam.
Yeah.
Love it, Chanel.
Cheers, Ellen. And thanks for that, Rochelle. And I actually request that we make it 1 minute. So I'll put up a quick post after this just saying leave your 1 minute live video. Tell your 30-second story to begin with and end it with your strengths and your weaknesses you have. And that's a freaking awesome
I love doing live videos.
And Ellen, man, thanks for that. You just reiterated that whole point, which is perfect. And the other thing about what you said at first is, yeah, you're right. Like there is a core group. Like Josh is the team leader of our group, which is Jess who's on the call, Rach and I, it's Josh and Sez, Rochelle, and Nicole. Anyone else?
And Joey.
And Joey. So that's our team, just so you guys know who the two teams are. And yeah, obviously.
Joey in his dapper shirt.
So yeah, we have built that connection over the last few weeks, and we did actually do exactly what you said and connected with each other, shared our stories, and it was kind of easier when it was like, it was a small group of 7 or 8. This is slightly larger, might take a bit longer. So that whole video idea, I think, is great. Was that all good with you, Alan? Did you like the idea of that? Yeah.
Nice, Alan.
Sweet as, man. Thanks for bringing it up, bro. And guys, like, feel free to bring up anything that doesn't quite fit for you or you think is missing on these calls, because that's what we're all about. We're all about just having all of us connect and just have this epic vibe so that both teams are in the top 13 team IsaDerby winning teams, because we have what it takes, all of us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Cool. And yeah, sorry I missed the earlier sessions as well. So
that's okay.
Oh, no worries, man. We kind of just brought this together in the last couple of weeks anyway. So
sounds like you've caught up on points anyway, so we'll let you off.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Great.
Yeah, Alan's another legend with a whole bunch of points. Manager, 1-star silver circle. It's nice to see. It tells you a lot, that page. So thanks for that, man. What else do we have? So I just wanted to touch on as well how to enroll people into, Josh and I to touch on how to enroll people into IsaBody Challenge and Healthy Mind and Body. So I put up a short clip on the IsaDerby winners page on how to effectively enroll people into the IsaBody Challenge. So if you have watched that call, if you haven't, check it out, because that just makes it so much easier just to follow I've only got like a couple of things I say on that clip over and over again. You just got to follow that. And that's what's been effective for me. And apart from that, I just wanted to hear, Josh, you've been having some success over the last week or so with people on IsaBody Challenge, Healthy Mind and Body. What have you been saying to people to get them started?
Tell us, Josh. Tell us.
So this is about as complicated as it gets, right? And I've put the template on the page. It just says, for anyone that knows about the IsaBody Challenge and just hasn't enrolled and just been, busy, or we all know, the old busy in inverted commas, we just literally say, IsaBody Challenge, let's get you enrolled. We have the link to the IsaBody Challenge website. We have their login details, and we tell them what they need to do. And I say, when can I count on you to get this done by? And they're like, and I just say, it's so worth doing, even if it's just for the $200 of free product when you finish. There's also, $3,000 up for grabs if you win your heat. And I put the IsaBody Challenge video link in the description, in the template as well. I'll repost this so you guys can have it. And we've enrolled 12 people, and we got 8 of them into the IsaBody Challenge in a week, and we had kind of put it off for a while. So for people that know about it, that just haven't done it, that's a great template to just send to them and go, hey, let's get you registered. It works really well, and just quickly fire it out and just smash it all out with people. So that's a real good one. Also, for us in New Zealand, we've had a few problems registering into Healthy Mind and Body. I don't know if you guys in Australia have had problems doing that. It is fixed now. I was able to register today. So we're going to try smash out as much as we can within the next 2 months, because there's 5 points for completing it. So if you can purchase it today and you want me to talk to customer service, just send me a message, because I'm going to see if I can actually get the 5 points moved, because I wasn't actually able to enroll within a time that would allow me to finish within IsaDerby. So I'm going to try to talk to customer service about that tomorrow. But for any of your people who are trying to enroll in Healthy Mind and Body, but couldn't, it's now fixed. And for those of you who don't even know what Healthy Mind and Body is, what I'll do is I'll take a video of the first video that pops up. It explains what Healthy Mind and Body is, and it tells you how it all works. So you know what to be talking to your people about, because you might only be starting and then be trying to get your people started not knowing what it actually is, right? So I'll do that for you guys. But yeah, they're just easy points, team. They're just easy points. And IsaBody is free to sign up. Healthy Mind and Body isn't, but there's so much value behind it, and you get your money back when you finish it. So it's it's just got to be done. It's just got to be done. There's 2 extra points, for a press pack that takes up to 6 points per press pack to get those 2 things enrolled. plus maybe a retention point, and for anything less than a press pack, it takes up to 5 points just for the enrollment, right? So, like I said, it's just going to be step by step by step, grabbing those little extra points along the way, those retention points, those auto ship points. There's going to be those little ones. They all count, and just celebrate every point you get on the page. Because we got like 3 today, and I started the thread like, I got another point. Like that's real cool. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about that.
Cheers, man. And just so you guys know, who haven't done people who have done an IsaDerby before will probably know this. But the last one we did, our team came 13th, and it was only the top 10s that actually went to Vegas. Top 13 this time round. But we were so close. All the 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all those teams, they were all really close, all of us in numbers. And it's like the points like those that make the difference between becoming 13th and coming like 10th or 9th or 8th, or even 1st and 2nd down to there. So don't look at it like you just got to get enrollments. It's really important to be able to support your people once you've enrolled them to get those extra points as well for IsaDerby, plus support them. People who start on the IsaBody Challenge, the people who get people started on the IsaBody Challenge rather have much better retention in their business. Therefore, you'll get more retention points for the IsaDerby. Your business will grow. You'll get more residual income. That's just win, win, win.
Yeah.
Like, however you look at it. People who do IsaBody Challenge know they're doing this for a 16-week challenge, not a 30-day quick fix.
And the other thing, guys, is that you'll know how many enrollments you need from the numbers that you worked out, that you posted on the team page. If you're like, all you're focusing on is like, I just need to enroll like 100 people, honestly, you'll just end up not coaching them properly. And it's so important, like what Josh and Sarah have done, is that they've set everybody up really powerfully, and that means that those people are then going to continue to buy, and that's more points for retention, like Isaac was just saying. And then it just makes your job a whole lot easier than having to go find more new people because people have dropped off or sent their packs back and you're getting points reducted. Like it's much easier to get to 80 points than you think. It seems really far away, but it's totally not. And what Josh said on the first call about that, if all the people qualify, that there's never been an IsaDerby where everyone's qualified and the team's not gone. I've just always got that in the back of my mind. So, if there's anybody on the call that needs help or whatever, like just reach out to us, because we want to make sure that everybody's empowered.
Yeah. Rochelle's gone off mute.
Yeah, I was about to say something, and it's just a little nervousness that I have. I reached out to a friend yesterday who used to do Isagenics, Rhiannon Jordan, and I forget her husband's name, but, they had just resigned from their full-time job to do this. And then when she said it to me yesterday, her downfall was that they went into an IsaDerby and they qualified and they didn't go through. And I don't want to even think about that, but I didn't really understand the logistics behind it. I don't know if they had done something wrong or whatever the reason was, but I guess that was just like a little bit of a worry yesterday in my mind.
Yeah, so I think the key is operating compliantly within your derby and making sure your whole team's operating compliantly. And secondly, she might have qualified, but her team might not have. So, she could have got more points. She could have got like 400 points and only needed 120. But some of the derbies have been set up that, you just need your minimums, and then it averages out, or like it's only the top. There might be a team of 8, so it's only the top 6 people that actually counts towards the actual points. So like derbies have been structured so many different ways. Like you could all qualify and then only your top 6 points count, right? And that means that she might not have. There's been certain ways it's been structured. So this way, I'm really confident. Really confident both teams have a massive chance of this. So yeah.
Hi, Says.
I was just on a call, so just finished that. I'm with you now.
Hello. Can I just show you guys something, just like to really ramp something up? I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but can you just so I'm with my girlfriend, Elle. She's amazing, and she just joined us, and she's about to become consultant tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Hey, Joey, can you have a look at our view for a second? For those of you who've never been to Sydney. Oh my God. I've never been there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I've never been there. So excited.
That is the view from Elle's balcony. We're sitting here having a white wine and looking at the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Nice.
I love Australia. I want to live there.
That's what I
I'm,
miss.
I'm coming down your way after this, Rochelle.
Come for a wine, Joe.
I'm on my way down for a white
No,
wine.
he's not keeping that shirt on. No. Too many ladies. We're gonna want them. Anyway.
Isaac,
Sorry, guys.
what's the
It's
next
true
point?
though.
What's the next point?
Have you seen him deadlift? Okay, anyway. It's amazing what you learn from people on social media. The funny thing is I'm going to be talking about that right now. So Facebook posting. Segue. So regular Facebook posting, guys, is so I can't express how important it is. And there's a few people here I know that do it really well, and there's a few people that could use some work on it when I've been just watching people on Facebook. And you probably know who you are. You know, it's obvious. Like if you're posting once, twice a day, regular. If you're not regular. Cool. So that is like the number one thing. You want to be sticking to that 10-4-1 rule. People play around with this, but you just want it. That general rule of thumb is 10-4-1. So if you don't know what that is, check out the 90-day game plan. I'll go through it really briefly, but if you want to go into a bit more detail, in the 90-day game plan booklet, it talks about Facebook posting and the 10-4-1 rule. Basically, what it means is 10 posts. It's a weekly, so 10 posts a week will be general lifestyle posts, non-isogenics. 4 posts will be isogenics related, so maybe a before and after photo, maybe a picture of your shake, or cleanse post, something like that. And then 1 post a week will be business related, so or power post related. So whatever might be an awesome before and after, or it could be something that Isogenics has given you the opportunity to do. Maybe it's travel to a place and you used your residual income to pay for it. Whatever it is for you is a power post that will connect people back to what you're doing and really hit home. It could be your story about you and with your before and after photo. Could be anything. So that's the 10-4-1 rule. Do everyone catch that? Just raise a hand if you're all good.
I think Sarah was expressing to Josh how excited
Cool.
she is about posting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, even if you're not sure, guys, I tell you what I do. I have I can post this on the page, but I have Pinterest, and you can go on and you can just write quotes on there, and then there's like heaps of quotes, and sometimes I use them, or when I'm reading a book and I love a line out of the book, I use it as a quote, or I'll just see something on someone's page and I'll be like, that's a really awesome idea for a post, I'm going to use that. I keep like a little notes on my phone, and every time I think about post, I write it down. I take photos when I'm out. Photos of the trees, I'm out in nature. Photos of Corin's dog, I'm out with the dog. Like, honestly, I just will post about everything that I'm doing in my life, and I just take photos wherever I go, and then I recycle them. I use them just in the week or whatever. So I've usually got my posts for that day, or at least a couple of days ahead, already planned out. And that makes it really easy. I actually prioritize posting over pretty much everything, because you are indirectly following up your whole network when you're posting regularly. Like, I did a post tonight of Bianca's before and afters, and I've had 3 girls message me that I've been messaging that haven't got back to me. So, when you're showing up on social media, I was saying this to Steph earlier, you're messaging, you're effectively, following up so many of those people without actually having to spend time messaging them. It makes life so much easier for you. And definitely leveraging the complete lifestyle page, like Rochelle was saying, and plugging people straight into there. That again is going to make life a lot easier for you. And we want this to be as easy as possible. Perfect.
That's so good. Yeah. And actually, one point on that I just wanted to mention, your sort of game that you want to play with, it's all, when I say game you want to play, it's just makes it a bit more fun when you use those words. It's all business as well. So you really want to be able to get people from you're having a conversation with them, getting reconnected, maybe 1 or 2 conversations, to then, gauging where they're at with their health, because often people bring up health and sometimes money in conversation, to going, okay, I think I might have a solution for you. And if they're open to it, going, okay, cool, I'll add you to our group page and you can check out the short clip. So that's the first sort of exposure you want to get into after you've reconnected with them. The second one should be straight onto a call, a 3-way call after that, once they've watched that short clip. Next one, launch party. So the point of what I'm saying is you want to be getting people as quickly as possible to the next exposure, and always setting them up for the next one as well, like Eric Worre says on GoPro.
And it took me 4 times of listening to Eric Worre to actually get this. Don't make the same mistake I did, that you speak to someone once and you think that they're going to sign up for your nutritional cleansing system when they haven't heard from you in 5 years. not going to happen. You need to expose them over and over and over again. And that's all it is. You literally send someone a video just to set them up for the next exposure.
You always got that in mind, always thinking, Josh is really good at this, always thinking to the future about what you're going to connect them to next, or who you're going to connect them to next that's going to relate to their story. So, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. And the last bit was Jess shared with me just earlier that we've got people like there's about, sometimes Jess works full-time and some of you guys I know work full-time. And I don't know about the Corin's team's group message, but ours goes absolutely mental. And in one day you can have like 100 messages on our IsaDerby group Facebook message. So
legendary messages.
Yeah, they're awesome messages, and we're all pumping each other up, and it's great. But it can get a bit overwhelming for people, particularly who are working full time as well. So for anyone who's putting something really quite important into their group messages, just for both teams, make sure you're also posting it on the IsaDerby winners page so that everyone can benefit from it, because not everyone's going to go through 100 notifications at the end of their workday when they're already probably pretty big. Oh, they're probably not. They're on Isagenics, so they're pumped the whole day. So just the point is, though, just anything important that you share on group message or one-on-one with people, make sure you're either telling that person, look, man, Joey said something today. He was like, I'm going to rearrange these launch party slides and I'm going to use that as my launch party. And I was like, bro, put the slides up on the IsaDerby winners page, man. And he was like, oh, sweet. So, like, get each other, like, posting on the IsaDerby winners page, adding value to that page, as well as the residual income page and the complete lifestyle page. So those are the 3 pages you want to be connecting into, putting your people into, posting on yourself, liking on, commenting on. Those are the 3 main pages, so that you're adding value to the IsaDerby team, to the wider team, the complete lifestyle page, and other people who they've added, and the other business builders in the wider team. And the more you do that, the more you'll show up as a leader. The more of a leader that you show up as, the more your business will grow. It all happens in sync with each other. Sometimes people think you have to wait till you get to manager, director, or executive to be a leader. No, being a leader starts straight from when you get started and you start sharing these products. That's when.
Can I have some advice? So I love the complete lifestyle experience page. I love that, and it works so amazingly. Who do you add, and when do you add people to the residual equals time freedom page? I've never added anyone to that one, and I love it, and I thrive on it, but I don't know who and when to add people. Do you only ever add people once they're associates or onwards, or prospects ever?
Really good question. Yeah. So we Josh, I think it'll be the same, says, Rach, we add them when they express some pretty serious interest in wanting to share these products and get some residual income as well. So people like Ellie as well. Often when people become consultants and they've just had this awesome experience and they've gotten paid like $450
and they want to get their products paid for,
or $370, and they're like, yeah, I want to get my products paid for. Often consultants, I go to them, hey, we've actually got this page called residual income equals time freedom. Would you be keen to be added to it and just learn from the experts and the people who got their products paid for how to do that? And they often say yes, and that's when I add them. Okay. So, yeah, there could be a range of people. They might have just started and they're just like, I want it all. Add me to all pages. I don't care. I'm a Facebook freaking king. I'll handle it all. And obviously you add them.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. I'll just add something on the social media side of things. So it's all well and good to connect with people and to add them to that page, but this is my feedback I give to Joey all the time. And Joey has such an amazing business and such a strong PT business and Isagenics business. You need to be posting on your own page. So who gives a shit what other people think if you post too much? And I hear it all the time that I do, and it's okay, because since Isa Uni, I've really noticed a massive difference in the last few weeks. I upped my posts, and I don't really follow up with people much that anymore. Like, Rach is so right that is your follow-up. I almost know when I'm going to hear back from someone from a post that I make, whether it's a transformation of someone else or whether it's one of me with the dog by the pool because I was in my bikini or whatever. Like, you need to be posting. And if you're not good at it or you don't know how to, you need to learn. Like, you just need to look at other people's pages, because that's where it's at. And you just need to be posting confidently and a lot, and do the 10-4-1 or 10-4-2. And I promise you, your inbox will start to go crazy, because people need to see consistency, and they will not trust you unless you trust in yourself. So once you start believing in yourself and your products, that's when people will come to you.
Amen.
Amen.
That's awesome. Hey, I'm
Hey,
just going to jump in.
Well
I'm
done.
just gonna jump in real quick. Can you
Dreamy
guys hear me?
sister.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah, cool. All right. So one thing I really want to hone in is contribution on the pages, right? Now, I know the level that I contribute to the page is the level that I'm contributing to my business, and it's totally related. Okay, now, when I say contribution, I know that everyone, and I want you to hear this, that everyone on this call has something to contribute. It doesn't have to be knowledge. It could be a question, okay? It could be a question that I want to know the answer to, that Rochelle knows the answer to, but Stephanie asks. Stephanie, she has the courage to ask on the team page, like, hey, I don't know this. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that is so good because I've been so scared to ask that. And Rochelle answers it, and indirectly I've got the knowledge, right? Now, Stephanie's contributed to me in a way that she doesn't even know. Okay, so we all have something to contribute to the page. And honestly, like, if we just upped what we post on the, especially even on the Derby page, because that's going to be what gets us through, is like, one, like learning, because some of us are very new, but two, like gaining knowledge from our leader, from the people who have been in it a long time, because there's going to be things that you don't know that someone else might not know but hasn't asked yet, or wants to know but hasn't asked. And if we just asked a question, it'd be so easy for everyone to start gaining that knowledge. So look, if you feel like you don't have anything to give, ask a question. And if you feel like you do have something to give, just post it. Okay, someone's going to love it. Like, look at Sarah. She posted that she got excited about
the
President's Pack, and I got 3. You know, so everyone has something to give. I'm always thinking, like, in my videos that I post, and I'm always thinking, what can I give to the team today? And it's going to show in your business, because you're going to be like, what can I give to my person enrolled today? Who can I send love to? Who can I
get to consultant?
Who can I get to consultant? Who can I help earn money? Who can I, who out there in the world is going to need, something like this? And if you're thinking that mind of contribution the whole time, honestly, it's going to show up in every other area of your life. So let's try up the contribution. Let's up the comments on the page. Let's up the liking. And, for me, it's personally, I just get on the page. First time I log into Facebook, I go on the page and go through and like and comment on everything.
As well, guys, it can be something as simple like if you're chatting to someone and you're not really sure on how to tackle it or what tool to send them, just be like, hey guys, I've got blah, 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 she's blah, 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 blah. What are your thoughts, or how would you do this? Because I'm sure like Isaac, Josh, and myself will all have something different to contribute. So it can be as simple as that. Yeah, as long as I think Josh made a really good point about just asking simple questions. Because the more you post, the more involved you are, then the more you check it, and the more you comment, and the more it sort of becomes your environment, and it more becomes a daily habit as well. And it's all about daily habits. It's all about creating that consistency. And if you're not consistent right now, you need to change something to stay consistent.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll be real raw here. If you scroll down the page right now, if everyone was to log in and scroll down the page, you'd see who's contributing, because it's black and white, who's contributed on that page. And then you'll see the same amount of contribution to that page as their business, right?
Yeah.
And it was Sarah and I really realized this when we got a call from our upline, and he said, look guys, you're not contributing enough to the wider team. And as soon as we owned that, realized that we weren't contributing enough to the wider team, we started doing that, we had our biggest week.
Yeah.
It's no coincidence. It's just a level of ownership that you've got to take. And I think for me, it was always, I don't have the right information, or I don't have enough information to give, or I don't have what other people need, or I don't know enough, or something like that, always going on in my head. Now you've got to get rid of that and just ask questions, or just post a video that you found, or something like that. So,
even just something that you like something you find that's helped you or it inspires you. It doesn't have to be just around product knowledge and business building. It can be an inspirational quote. It'll be something that you saw and be like, oh my God, that got me fired up today, guys. I'm real excited. Take some of what you're thinking and put it on the page. Yeah,
absolutely. And like Ellen said, it's going to bring the team closer. It's going to make it feel more like a family. And I totally acknowledge that people have jobs and stuff like that, and that does come into play with it. But look, if you just made a commitment that the first time you logged into Facebook every day, you're on that Derby page liking, commenting.
And adding something.
It would just bring the energy levels up. You'd have, and you'd just notice it so much further than the actual page. So that's just one thing I wanted to touch on.
And then as well, because you're posting, you'll want to contribute more to your business. You'll want to talk to more people. You'll want to share this more, because you're sort of you're around the environment a lot more, and it will just happen. it will just show up for you more. It's awesome.
If it doesn't feel that way, don't worry. There's people that have done it before and it works. So like,
Yeah.
it's just a matter of doing
Just
it.
trust the process.
So that's all I wanted to say. So thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Sometimes I just think I just need to chuck some topics out there and I go, Josh, you talk to this Rochelle, you talk to this Joe, and I don't need to talk. But I love it.
Love it.
So just a couple quick things after this, and I want to finish off with something that you mentioned, Josh, to me in like a little message there. So when like upcoming launch parties, we want to start posting the events up on the page. So either the details on a group message on the IsaDerby, on a post on the IsaDerby winners page, or if you've got an event page, which I recommend you always having an event page for your launch parties on Facebook, copy paste that link into a post, so we know when each other's upcoming launch parties are, because we have ours every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. now, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. 7 p.m. to 7:45 will be our launch party, New Zealand time that is, and 7:45 to 8:30 we're having business training. So everyone can connect into that via Zoom, and anyone who lives in Auckland can come over to either ours or Corin's house, wherever it may be. So yeah, putting up your launch parties on posts on the page. Thanks.
Honestly, guys, like when you look at Rochelle and Joey, what they've been doing around like launch parties is just such a game changer. Heidi McCallum took her business to millionaire using launch parties. She just did like 60 launch parties in like such a short period of time and went millionaire.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's all she did. She obviously was like a lot of work, but you know, it says something about how powerful launch parties are and having that community and that environment where people really feel like they're part of something. So if you're not doing launch parties, if you're unsure of how to do a launch party, come plug in on the Zoom call on Wednesday night and watch us do it, and then ask us to help you, you know, co-lead one, whatever you need. That's what we're here for, us, Josh and Sarah, Corin, and Steve. So yeah, that's all.
And even though we may not be in the same country or city as you, we all know people in your city or country, and we all and it's for people that we can send to your launch party as well. Like I'm not in Brisbane, but I want someone in Brisbane to meet someone who's holding a launch party so they can meet someone physically, not just me over the phone or on Skype.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh, Jess, when's your next one? She's like, I'll put it up on the page, just send them along. And that's all
Jess did. She didn't have a launch party. She just reached out on some of the pages. Then she's going to like 3 launch parties. You just got to be like out there saying, hi, I need a launch party.
Cool. And the last logistical thing to say is I have been asked if we could change the calls to 8 p.m. New Zealand time, these IsaDerby calls on Sunday nights. Does that fit in? That's an hour before we usually start. Does that fit in with everyone on this call? And if it does, you don't need to say anything. If it doesn't, speak up now and just unmute yourself and just say, no, it doesn't really work, or just let us know why.
It makes it a little bit harder being earlier on a Sunday, but we can make do. It's fine.
Is it just for the Sundays? It's not for the Mondays as well?
Not for Mondays, just our calls on Sunday night IsaDerby.
Easy.
Easy?
Whatever. We can make it work.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Rochelle.
Yeah, and I know it's funny, isn't it? Because I often say to people, they say like, oh, when are you most busy? And I'm like, oh, all the times when everyone else is not working. and like genuinely, you know, we're busiest on a Sunday.
Oh, Stephanie.
Like when most people are, you know, having a chill out time.
Sorry, Stephanie. No, we can't hear you. I've actually seen you wording something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Hang on, let me turn the volume down because my kids are sleeping. For me personally, late is better. But again, like if you just have to change for me, like I'll work around it. But late is better for me because like my kids don't really sleep till 9. So yeah.
Okay, cool. We got that. Thank you.
Thanks. And yeah, I was just thinking.
We'll have a chat with the others and then we'll...
Do we want to meet halfway, Isaac? Do we want to meet halfway at 8:30?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I think 8:30 will be fine because I got approached by, I said 8 or 8:30. So let's make it 8:30. Is that all good with everyone?
Sure.
So 6:30 Sydney?
Yeah. Perfect.
Before we go, can I just say something again? Yeah. So before I jumped on this call, I had to quickly duck to a friend's house, and I was so confident to let her sit next to me and listen to this call. And what I just took from it was that all we spoke about was how can we change people's lives, how can we help make them healthier, happier, and make more money. Like, not one bit of this call was selfish, and I think that's such a beautiful thing, and I think that's why we're so successful and why we enjoy what we do and why we're happy to jump on a call on our Sundays and spend our whole day doing this, because no one on this call is selfish, and that's why we're all in the business.
Oh, Rochelle.
That's why we love our lives.
Love you so much.
Thanks, Rochelle.
Thank you so much.
I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too. So grateful for all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you
guys.
for giving up your time. It really does take something, but I just want you all to know it will definitely, like, there's just no doubt in my mind that it'll be worth it.
So we've got a couple minutes left, guys. I actually just want to hear from a couple people, just the first and first serve, who wants to share like what worked about what they've done over the last week and what hasn't worked, and just hear from maybe one or two of us who can add some value to that person in terms of what didn't work. So what's worked and what hasn't worked about what you've done this week in your business?
Can I go first?
Right, go for it.
Okay, so I did a little bit of a tour of the North Island doing the launch parties. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
So I flew to Hawke's Bay and did a launch party, basically for like a Les Mills gym personal trainers. So that was pretty cool. And then I flew down to Wellington and did another launch party at a different gym, Bolton's Gym in Upper Hutt. I also have scheduled in one for Monday night in Tauranga, just at a newbie's house, and I have previously done 2 up in Whangarei. So first time I've kind of done a string of, I suppose, launch parties. So
sorry, Alan, you're a little bit crackly. Love what you're saying, but it's cracking up a bit. Are you able to sort that, or?
Oh, it's just my phone. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, there we go. I think
Did you hear any of that?
Yeah, we heard it all. It was just a bit crackly.
Oh, sorry, team.
That's
I
better.
downgraded my cell phone. I downgraded from an S5 to a J5 or something. I'm
So
so disappointed.
You can travel around.
So I suppose my question is, I felt like I really did that. I did that for my team, so it wasn't really for me. Like I focused more on them and how I could lift them up with the people that they were getting excited and stuff. And I suppose, so the strength was I did it for them, but a weakness was I really didn't invite enough people for myself. Does that make sense? So I suppose it's a nice segue into what Rachel was just saying in terms of I did all that for others, loved it, but yeah, I suppose when it comes to launch parties and getting people there, it's an interesting process with the invite. So my question for you guys to improve, which I think is a little bit of a weakness for me, is how I get them excited about coming to a launch party, if that makes any sense.
I would actually listen to a podcast by Crystal Wilson that she goes through how she invites people to launch parties, because it's phenomenal, like things that she says and just the way that she is, and she calls people, and that's really powerful rather than just always messaging them. That would be I know Isaac will probably have some other advice as well, but that would be something that was definitely a game changer for me, Alan. And also, just if you invite 10 people, expect about one of those people to show up. Probably get like maybe half confirm, or maybe a bit less than that, 3 confirm, 1 show. If you're inviting 10, 20 people, don't expect 20 people to show up. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, so you might be familiar with this or not, Alan, but just for everyone here, it really is a numbers game when you're inviting to any event. So what Rachel's saying is that, say if you invite 50 people, only expect like a fifth of that or so of them to actually confirm, and then probably only half of them to show up. So you'll probably get around about 5, and this has been proven, like, in not just Isogenics and multiple businesses in multiple scenarios. Like it's just literally a numbers game. So yeah, just work on your numbers and how many people you're actually inviting and confirming. The other thing is, it is like the more effective your invite list, we'll post up, Rach can post up the Crystal Wilson podcast. The more simple you keep it as well, the more likely they are to actually just go, awesome, this is exciting. Like you said, like the excitement comes from just creating it powerfully and really simply, connecting it to their why, if you know it. If you don't, but just keep it real simple. We'll post that podcast up as well. Cool. Ellen, I don't know if you're still there, but does that answer your question there?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Yeah.
Perfect. No worries, man. Cool. So, yeah, awesome. Cheers for that, man. It's cool to hear what's actually working for you too, that you're going around leading those launch parties for your team, because I know from like Adam and from when Rach and I have done it, Adam and Bianca have been doing it recently. They've just been going around the whole of North Island and South Island leading opportunity meetings and launch parties, and their business has been growing big time. So not all of you may be at that point in your business yet, but you will be at some point, probably by the end of IsaDerby, definitely. You'll have a team that you can actually go around for and lead launch parties.
We're going to be doing that when we get back.
Hell yeah.
So
I'm so excited for that.
we'll set up a schedule so you guys can, if you've got people in New Zealand, you can send them along on a certain date, but it'll probably be a week to a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks of going around. So we'll let you guys know.
Awesome.
Start adding people on Facebook in New Zealand.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Well, that was all. We've kind of run over a bit over time. Sorry about that, guys. But thanks for being on the call. And
thanks for being on the call, Steve.
Yeah. And if anyone has anything else that they want to just say one-on-one to any one of us on this call, you know, whoever you resonated with or you think we have the best answer your question, just reach out one-on-one, private message, or ask the question on the IsaDerby winners page, rather, like Josh said, so everyone gets value from the answers that come up. So thanks, guys, heaps, for coming on this call. Love you all, and have a friggin' amazing week. And keep
Let's do this. Let's rock this. Have a freaking awesome week, guys.
And everyone to post. More posting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see you all posting.
Oh, can we get a picture as well? Who's got a good phone?
Oh, we got it.
We get a screenshot it.
Oh, we'll screenshot it.
I did take a wicked one with the Harbour Bridge earlier before the sun went down.
Nice.
Nice.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay.
3, 2, 1. One more.
One more, guys. So much fun.
3, 2, 1. Okay, sorted.
Cheers. Cool. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Bye.